Gilbert, big dog, Gilbert, you hiring still? Hey man, all that said about you getting fired, man, it's water under the bridge. It never happened. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'm with you, baby. Hey, you still hiring, right? Cause ain't no jobs opportunity over here. They said, man, everybody gone. They fired the dog. You know the little dog Brandon used to bring? They told Brandon and that little dog to get up. McCants got fired with the whole underdog outfit on. I said, they firing niggas as mascots? The niggas that be sucking, that they fire niggas that be sucking. Nah. Niggas can't live like this, man.
Once you look at everything that's happened, it's clear this story has a lot of moving pieces because new developments keep happening almost by the day. Everyone saw Rashad McCants spawned after reports surfaced that the entire Gil's Arena cast, production crew, and staff had been let go last week. Then there's Nick Young, who naturally kept things light and joked around, since that's always been part of his personality. At the same time, everyone knows how close he is with Gilbert Arenas. That's why so many people assumed he'd eventually join Gilbert on the new Gil's Arena show over on the Gil's Arena channel, rather than remain with the arena. Interestingly, the new episodes were still being recorded at the very location where those staff members had just been dismissed. Meanwhile, Rashad McCants appeared to be sending a message of his own. I can't say what the black leather gloves were supposed to represent, but they definitely made it seem like he was hinting that more was still to come. For now, we'll just have to see where that leads. As Nick Young pointed out, Brandon Jennings took over the moderator role after Josiah, who had been with the show from day one, officially said his farewells. He thanked everyone who supported him and even suggested that this could be the last time viewers would see him. Then things got even more noticeable when Nick Young missed the following episode that Brandon Jennings was hosting. Viewers didn't hold back either, and Brandon Jennings ended up taking plenty of criticism in the comments. Now Rashad McCants is dealing with criticism as well because of how he handled the situation earlier. He publicly thanked Underdog, and a lot of fans weren't on board with that response. Their reaction was simple. Gilbert Arenas was the person who brought Rashad to Underdog to begin with. He's the one who opened that opportunity, and in the eyes of many fans, Gilbert has always been the foundation of the entire show. Rashad has referred to himself as the Michael Jordan of the show before, but after praising Underdog, plenty of viewers started questioning what was really happening behind the scenes.
First and foremost, I want to say shout out to Underdog. I had to wear what I'm so proud to be wearing, giving us the opportunity to be able to show and prove as the #1 sports show on the internet, YouTube, everywhere else. I just want to be able to.
He's sucking dick. Crazy.
Oh. Oh shit. I almost spit that water everywhere.
I guess the gloves is off, right, Nick? I guess the gloves are off.
Oh shit.
And I shook your hand before the show.
But I talked about my lungs. LeBron said, "Can you
Damn. Okay.
It's Glaze Wednesday.
You said this.
Okay.
Wednesday's the day.
Well, thanks again.
Almost,
Thanks again. Obviously he's picked sides, so we already know where he's gonna go.
He's making his decision right now.
I'm so proud to be wearing, giving us the opportunity to be able to show and prove.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Sports show on the internet.
They gave me the opportunity. I gave you the opportunity.
Ooh! Gilbert Arenas has said before that he and Rashad McCants already discussed the situation back in January, which only makes it harder to separate what's genuine from what's just part of the trolling. The problem is Gilbert has always liked to joke around too, so figuring out what's serious isn't exactly easy. With so many things still developing, there are plenty of unanswered questions. Take Kenyon Martin, for example. We still haven't heard him clearly explain what his next move is now that the show has come to an end. Not long before all of this, Gilbert had brought Skip Bayless onto the show and even talked about the two of them playing golf together. Then the conversation suddenly shifted toward continuing the show without Gilbert Arenas. Personally, that's the part I struggle with the most. I'm not behind the scenes and I don't know every detail, but it's still a decision I don't fully understand. The arena wasn't just a random title. It became recognizable because Gilbert created it and built it into a successful brand. There's no denying he was the face of the show. Most viewers showed up because of Gilbert's personality, reputation, and everything he brought to the table. From there, he surrounded himself with people who helped turn the show into what fans enjoyed watching. The back-and-forth debates, the heated moments, and the chemistry between the cast were a huge reason the show connected with so many people. Even after intense disagreements, they'd move on and keep the conversation going, and that authenticity is what fans appreciated. From what's been said, it sounds like Gilbert sold either part of the YouTube channel or possibly the entire channel while still holding on to the Gil's Arena name. Whether it came down to contract negotiations or something else, nobody outside those discussions really knows. What it looked like, though, was a plan to keep moving ahead without him. In other words, the company appeared willing to continue using the audience, identity, and momentum that Gilbert had originally built. After all, a lot of people subscribed because of Gilbert Arenas first and foremost. That's why this whole situation feels unusual to me. Now, if that's exactly what the agreement allowed, then that's simply how business works. Even so, it's still surprising to see a brand centered around one individual continue after removing the person it was built around. That becomes even more noticeable when the show's identity is so closely connected to Gilbert's name. Meanwhile, the NBA playoffs and finals are happening, and leaving out a former NBA player who can provide that level of perspective just doesn't make much sense to me. I still don't think it was the right decision. At the end of the day, every company is going to make the choice it believes is best for business. I just think the person who creates the platform should also be the one who benefits from it the most. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that the channel eventually ended up back with Gilbert Arenas, because it's hard to imagine the same audience following without him. The interesting part is Gilbert already has his own Gil's Arena channel, so he has another platform he can continue growing. Looking back, the first real sign that something had changed was when the number of weekly shows started getting reduced. If demand was increasing, you would normally expect more content instead of less, assuming everyone involved wanted to keep producing it. That's why scaling back never really made much sense from my perspective. But that's exactly what happened. The schedule shrank, more changes followed, and it started feeling like corporate decisions were taking over. For now, everything is still unfolding. We don't know who's ultimately joining which show. We also haven't heard everything Rashad McCants has to say yet. Could this all be one giant troll? Maybe some of it is, but it also feels like there may be a legitimate issue behind the scenes. Until more information comes out, all we can really do is watch how it develops. Let me know where you stand on all of this.